when people do this, when they drink the water. And
Don't drink some of that water. Look at this, you know. Tank, this is how excited I am, and we have been waiting for you for so long to come. You are here, and I wanted to intro you as the one and the only Tank.
Yes.
But then I just found out that there's a famous boxer named Tank, and he went viral after his last fight. Do you get confused for this Tank?
I get tagged all the time when he fights.
Yeah.
Like he took a knee in his last fight. He's got the braids and the grease went in his hair. I have hair. Just not that much, but I have hair. And, you know, they tagging me like, you shouldn't have took a knee. You were wrong.
Yeah.
You don't take knees. I was like, well, I didn't take a knee. I was asleep. You know, I was in the bed. I was tucking my kids in. So, you know, there's that Tank, and I think you have to think of it as like when you go to McDonald's and you get a drink. There's a small drink, regular drink, and a large drink.
Okay.
So I'm the regular drink.
Okay.
He's the small drink. So, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
I'm real Tank. You understand what I'm saying? What? And listen, I got hands too. I got hands. I was raised in the DMV, so I got hands, but I chose the sexier route. You understand what I'm saying?
But now that's what I wanted to ask you, because I follow you, Tank, and I see the workout videos that you are posting.
Yeah.
Could you step into the ring? Look at this man. Now, if you wanted to, could you get in the ring with those hands?
Listen, if I was to step in the ring, it wouldn't be a boxing ring. It would be an MMA ring.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
no, I like real contact.
You like the real kind. Look,
like,
you looking at me with them eyes.
I know, not...
When we. That's. Yep. Now, I've just been such a fan of yours for such a long time, Tank. And I know that you retired from performing in 2021 due to hearing loss and vertigo. So now, 2025, how is your health?
I mean, these things are still lingering. You know, I'm still deaf in my right ear. And
really?
The vertigo is kind of a day-to-day thing, depending on how I wake up. But, you know, at that time, it's like when these things happen, you feel like you're running out of time.
Okay.
And so there was like so many things that I wanted to do, and I was like, well, maybe I should put this aside so I can get to these other things. And then I just prayed about it, man, and what was given to me is time management, you know what I mean? And I hadn't been a good steward of my time in terms of putting all these things together, all the things that I wanted to do, and making good time for them. So this is, you know, this is part of time management, me saying, okay, I love music, but, you know, this Broadway stage is something that I love. This is a place that I want to develop in and be great in as well. So this is part of that. And, you know, I'm the type of person, you gotta kill me.
I know that's right.
Like, I'm not gonna let no ear beat me. Not one.
That's it.
I got one more ear left. I got one ear left.
That sounds like a song, an R&B song.
You know
I got one ear left.
I got one ear left, and I'ma use it. I can hear everything, yeah.
I will never get enough, no matter what you do, of your voice. And I know another person who's got a voice. You and Jamie Foxx. You guys are really great friends. And I know Jamie, he had his own health scare. So were y'all leaning on each other for healing?
You know what it is? It's one of those things that doesn't even have to be stated. You know what I mean? Those prayers, and you know, it was scary for me watching him go through that because of how much he's been there for me. You know, when I wanted to quit, he was there for me. He said, "No, you can't quit. You got to live here. You got to work in my studio. Figure it out." And so with him going through what he was going through, it was one of those things where I was more helpless. Because it wasn't about a place to stay or a studio to use. It was about, you know, he had to really recover.
And that's what you guys talked about, because you have a podcast called R&B Money
Podcast.
R&B Money Podcast, which y'all got to listen to. So good. And you were talking about the fact that Jamie had kept you from quitting music. Really, it wasn't working out for you at one point?
You know what? It was one of those moments, one of those artist moments, or we have to call them talented moments, where I was like, I'm so much better than everyone else, and they won't pour money into what I'm doing.
Even with that British accent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was sweet, and I didn't understand the business of music. And so it made me want to quit. And I was like, I'll go back to church. I ain't got to deal with this. But, Jamie gave me an opportunity to understand what it was and explain to me how to break all these things down. So there's talent on one end, there's music on one end, but there's business on another, right? So how do you make yourself valuable to where the business wants to pour more into you?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
With all this talent and all these things, what else you got?
Okay.
What else can you do?
I love that.
Yeah, so,
So I want to ask you, what else you got?
Oh, man. Don't start, because you know.
Okay, I want to say this. It's so funny because your daughter is sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
Your daughter is and so every time you do, I got to ask you, Mama. I have to ask you, so beautiful. When Tank starts doing all of that, the Tank thing that he does to get women crazy, how do you feel? Because I see you over here rolling your eyes. How do you feel, girl?
I think it's funny. I'm really used to it.
Oh, you think he's funny, huh?
Yeah.
See, we don't think he's funny. We into it wholeheartedly, girl. I love it, but you when you see him on stage, how does it affect you? What do you think when you see us throwing our wigs at Tank?
I think all the support and the love is really cool.
Yeah, I love this.
To watch.
I love that.
My dog.
That is your dog. I just want to congratulate you. Are you going to see him on Broadway?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there we go. I want to congratulate you on joining the cast of Hell's Kitchen.
Thank you.
Make it and when I tell you, when it was announced that you were joining the cast of Hell's Kitchen, the internet went crazy. They want to see you. My favorite comment from a follower, she said, as a millennial who knows Tank's voice from various bedrooms in my 20s.
Various bedrooms?
Various bedrooms in my 20s. I think I might actually combust seeing him singing Fallen, okay? So I love this because whether you're in concert or you're on the Broadway stage, you've always been a sex symbol. Like, Tank, what is that? I've seen you in pretty much all your concerts. What does that feel like to be on stage and you're a sex symbol?
I didn't ask for this, you know what I mean? The Lord just kind of bestowed this upon me.
Say it in a British accent.
You know, and
say it in a British accent.
Sexy wasn't my bag in the beginning. It was all talent, and now, it's a tough balance for if you're not prepared for it. And I've seen artists battle with the idea of being sexy and wanting people to buy more into their artistic thing.
Right.
And I don't care what you buy the ticket for. Just come see me. You understand what I'm saying? I got music, I got chest sectionals, whatever you need, I got you.
You. And now I love that you're pivoting and you're fulfilling a dream.
Yes.
And being on Broadway. The character that you're playing is Alicia Keys' father.
Yes.
So did Alicia Keys, did you talk to her about playing her father?
What's crazy is that when me and Alicia talked the other day and we were going through this final rehearsal, what have you, and she just said to me, she said, I don't know, Tank, I just felt like it was you.
Really?
I just felt like you were the one. And that is a different thing, going through auditions and fighting out people to get a part is one thing, but to be called and chosen is a different type of thing to live up to, you know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, to make her proud and stand in this space that is so recognizable to her father, it is an honor. It is.
Well, I love that you're doing it. One other thing I want to say to you, because I know you and Jamie Foxx are so close. Jamie owes me $50 for a haircut. I paid for his haircut when he went to his final callback for In Living Color. He has never paid me back.
Yes.
Can you please call him? He don't answer my phone calls. Can you call him and ask him I want my money.
You are never getting that $50 back. Okay, I'm just telling you. One thing Jamie is, he got a lot of money, but he don't spend none of it. So he ain't paying no old bills.
I gotta let it go.
You contributed to greatness. Come on, you keep it as that. You
okay,
did that.
Take that memory.
You did that.
Well, I just want to say, Tank, literally, I saw you about 15 years ago, and I just knew I have always wanted to talk to you. And I'm so glad that you came on my show. I just appreciate it so much. Thank you for being here. And y'all listen to Tank's R&B Money podcast and go see him in Hell's Kitchen at the Schubert Theater starting tomorrow. Go support Tank.
We're gonna have a good time.